We're live again. It is time. Another week has gone by. Jake Lorraine here, High Response Marketing. Hopefully, you can see me fine and hear me fine. We're going to be talking political mailings today. Well, not mailings, political campaigns, making money from political campaigns. Uh, Soon there'll be a guide on this because we have a longtime member that's really, really, really good at this, and he's been putting a guide for a while out. So that'll be cool too. But I have learned a ton in. I've been doing political campaigns now for three years, so not that long, but I've learned a ton and I've got a lot of successes under my belt. Like I've helped a lot of people win, and it's kind of fun. And I actually didn't vote until 3 years ago. That was the first time I ever voted. I never voted. I couldn't tell you what half the words meant. I still don't know what half the things mean, but I can share some good advice on making money, and not only making money from political campaigns, but actually helping your candidates win, because they bomb these things a lot. Like there's you can pick up some easy wins just if you have some basic knowledge, basic guidelines on political campaigns. So this will be a fun one for president. Not yet. I'm not the president yet. I'm getting there. President of the United States. What a time to talk politics, right? Les Mark, good to see you. Jim Juris, good to see you there. Scott is there. Oh, I'm going to shout you out too, Scott. Great to see you there. And anyone, I actually need some advice. Let me throw this. Jeremy, I know I got to respond to you. Send me email. I forgot it. It's on my list. Aloha from the Ninth Island. Wait, I got to ask this real quick because I need to know any tip, any advice on reducing eye strain. I'm going to throw that up because I could use your advice. Anyone? My eyes have been going wonky. I have been putting the last 2 weeks, I've put more screen time in than I've ever put in. I mean, it's literally from when I wake up. I wake up and I start replying to emails, and I stop my day when I pass out at night. I mean, there's little things in between that I make time for family and stuff, but I am in front of a screen, whether it's a computer or a phone, the entire day. And it's like I'm getting dizzy. My eyes are hurting. It's bad. It's really bad. So I don't know. I've never had it this bad. This is it's bad. I mean, I'm spending way too much time at this thing, but I can't. The workload is so high. I literally can't stop it. So I don't know. Besides just resting your eyes, which I can't really do other than sleeping, is there any other? Should I be taking Visine? Is there some kind of screen thing or something? Or I don't know if there's something. I don't know. So anyone who's dealt with that, it would be amazing to know some advice, because I'm getting nauseous sometimes. It's bad. It's real rough. Freaking 20 hours a day of, yeah, I know. That's probably, yeah, it's what happens. Hit that freaking 40 years old. Blue blockers. I don't know what that is. So you gotta tell me. I'm not wearing them with tinted glasses. Look like a weirdo. I'm wearing those tinted glasses. Freaking yellow glasses or something. Pervert glasses. I try this. Okay, Jim brought up a thing about the political mailings, union shops. Sometimes you do run into this, and sometimes you lose campaigns to this. It happens. You're going to lose campaigns to all sorts of weird things, or maybe you're not affiliated with the party. Who knows? I'm pretty independent, so I do campaigns for all different. It doesn't matter. And then there's lots of campaigns that aren't even politically associated, but there are things that may prevent you, like this union shop. Some candidates have contracts with union shops, and you got to have the union bug on it, and it's a stupid thing, but nothing you can do about that. Like union printer. I've thought about doing it, but then you got to be the union, and you got them all down your throat and stuff. Reduce glare filter, red filter. Yeah, probably. But what are they going to do? Squeeze them till it works? Blue light. Yeah, I use F-Lux, so that helps. I mean, that definitely helps, but no, reading is fine. And my eye, I constantly check, I can read at distance fine. I'm technically supposed to wear glasses, but then I do get 20/20 sometimes. So I don't know. It's like my eyes are buggy sometimes. I'm on the screen so long, and then they'll hurt. And then I'll be walking, and it'll be just And it's like, this has all happened right after I spent this like last week and a half or so of just like straight computer, like just being staring at a screen all day from the moment you wake up until you go home, or till you pass out, till I pass out. And sometimes it might be 1 a.m. And then I'm waking up in the middle of the night to reply to emails. And then I wake up at 6 a.m., get up and start working again, and then take my kids to school and then start working again. It's crazy. I don't know what to do. Maybe I may have to look at it. I don't know. Month. Oh my God. Eye bright. Oh, I'm going to have to check that. Blood pressure's good. Blood pressure's okay. Occupy. I'm going to have to check that out. Man. I know probably I just need to give it a break, but it's like I can't. How am I going to give it a break? Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about let's shout out Scott here. I'm gonna cut his name off at the top, but he's in the crowd here. But he posted this. It's a big congratulations. He had another record-breaking month. Was it 33,000 in profit? I think he had 30,000 profit last quarter, but this 33K profit on 50,000 giant 11 by 14. Scott does the 11 by 14 postcards. Amazing. His family helps. It's incredible. So I just want to shout you out, Scott. It's an amazing job you're doing. Amazing job. I know that's what I have to do. Go blind. Then I don't care. Rip one eye out. I don't care. I'd rather be, I don't know if I'd be deaf or blind. I don't know which one. Okay, rip that eye out. I need that eye. Actually help you. Oh my God. Oh my God. They would kill me. Do you know how hard? You have no clue how hard we are working to the absolute max. All of us, every single one of us, and still can just barely keep up. Can just barely keep up. It really says that. We don't have. We got a whole freaking staff here. Yeah, ice graph paper, icy of graph, icky of graph paper. There, square perfect. What? Icky of graph paper. Yeah, no problem, Scott. Good to see you. Okay, let's talk about political. There are lots of opportunities. A lot of people don't realize there are so much opportunities here for political mailings, and here's some of them. There's more. I'm sure I'm missing some, but you have school boards, right? They need help. There's so much opportunity. You have school board, you have city councils, town supervisors, all judges of all. There's circuit court judge. There's like appeals. There's your local civil court judges, family court judges, Supreme Court judges, sheriffs, constables. I've seen those, legislators, county executives, trustees, probably like parish or ward type stuff in some states. Town clerks, mayors, congressional. There's so Senate. There's so much. There's so many. In general, the bigger the position, the harder it's going to be to get this money. But you can also be just part of a campaign manager's rotation of vendors, of people to go to. So even in these bigger campaigns, you can still get a piece of it. There's so much. Everything from very little campaigns to very big ones. And even the little ones are worth working with, especially if it's a candidate that you know or that you really want to help, because you can really help these people. You can actually really be the reason they win. And these wins can do a lot. Having a win under your belt can really do a lot. It can lead to a lot of different opportunities. There's commissioners. There's, oh my God, there's so much. Doctor can make you a pair of glasses, computer watching. Yeah, but the problem is, it's like my glasses. Like I'm supposed to wear glasses. I'm technically, but then I passed the last eye test, so I don't know. It's like on the edge. But I don't want to wear glasses. I don't like wearing glasses. Sure, I can put them on and I can read everything like super clear, but I don't want to wear glasses. And up until the last week, I've been totally fine managing it. So I'm hoping that it's just a overloaded eye strain and it will go back. Well, hopefully this level of workload will still, I don't know what to do about that. I don't know. Hire another person. I don't know. It's not that easy. Yeah, political marketing is great. So much money. Okay, appreciate it, Les. Send me that over. That may be the issue. Differentiated prescription on your eye. I know what that means. I don't want to wear glasses. I don't want to wear contacts. Probably have to. Probably have to put them on. I was hoping there'd be like a thing that reduces the strain. I don't know. I just hate it. Okay, here's some things that, so we have all these positions, right? We have all these different positions that you can help people with. There's a ton. Some people, marketers don't realize that. You don't even have to be a marketer. You can be just a person. Look for business opportunity. They just need help. They just need help marketing. There's direct mail campaigns. So you can send EDDMs, you can send targeted mailings. You can help them with that. It fits in perfect with political spends, god awful amount of money. You have no clue how much money is spent on, especially when you talk to big dogs, massive amounts of money. It's other people's money. It's a donor's money. Sometimes it's their own money, but they're spending other people's money. Like there's a lot of money. There's a lot. Website design, for those of you that are in website design, I don't touch that. I don't touch website design. I don't even like to refer people to website design because it is a hassle and then it falls back on you. But if that's your thing, if you're into website design and stuff, there's plenty of political opportunity for that. I cannot give you any insight there though. But handout cards, brochures, they rip through these things. Brochures, handout, the little handout cards that they hand out, rack cards, postcard size, 5x7, 4x6, 6x9, door hangers. Very popular. You make money on that. Lawn and road signs, lots of money. You could spend. You have people buying 50 signs. You can have people buying 500 signs. They can spend tens of thousands of dollars. Is spent all the time on lawn signs. Tens of thousands. I'm sure at even bigger races, there's hundreds of thousands of dollars spent. Lots of money. Lots and lots of money just on these here. I'm probably missing other things, but these are the things that I'm dealing with mostly. Political action committees. I don't know. That's something out of my scope. I should probably learn about that, right? Probably make more money selling this. See, I need the political pros here to weigh in. Political action committees. Sounds good. Red cards, yeah. Posters for sure. Posters. Oh, Sarah's here. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate you showing up. Last Senate race was $125,000 on yard signs alone. $125K on yard signs alone. $125K. I actually know someone who does sells $1 million in lawn signs. $1 million. He's a friend of mine in another state. $1 million a year. And that's his big thing. Tip to help your eyes. I know it's hard, but try to take it fine. Yeah, I mean, I do. I think I'm okay with that. And I also commute in now for the bike. So I ride my bike in. I'm on like probably 2 weeks of that. Rain or shine, which is awesome. Because I just got to give myself these breaks and it feels so much better. Oh my God. It feels so much better. Like, but if I'm at an extended, like if I spend like 2-3 hours straight, which is easy, and I'm really into it, and then I'm like out and about. It's like I'll like take a step and it'll be like, because it's my eyes are all screwed up. I don't know. It's terrible. I also make sure that I'm walking around because I don't want to ever get like a blood clot or something. They say you get a blood clot if you sit too long. So I do try to constantly go walk around the office and stuff. That was for a campaign with no budget, $125,000. Dan says, question about arrows. I'm guessing they're technically illegal. People. I just had a friend, client, customer, now a friend put, how many? 200 or 300 signs I printed for her for an event in 2 different cities and just randomly everywhere. And the worst they got was a notice from the like city or something. You got to take these down. You got to just put them up. I mean, especially like political things, they put them up everywhere. They put them at intersections. They just do it. And it's not that has nothing to do with you. You're just providing the stuff, but they do it. I don't know if anyone actually I'm sure there's like and in like gated communities and stuff like that, I'm sure they're really tight on that stuff, but freaking they put that stuff everywhere. I think you can also put them in the part that's between the sidewalk and the road. Those are like a public area or something. I think you can do those. They're not illegal in most places, especially political signs. Rules for placing them in public areas, but that isn't on you. Exactly. It's not on you. Your political candidate will likely already like have that squared away. Yeah, and getting paid, and you want to get paid, you absolutely want to get paid up front. They have the money. Okay, the money's there. Like, and they need it done. They're in this mode. Politicians are like, they're spending and spending. You need to get that money. If you don't get that money, there's a chance, God forbid, you don't collect it and then it gets spent elsewhere, something, you're screwed. Always up front, always. I have never, besides just like little things where it's just more convenient to, it's not they need like a small amount of something and it's just not convenient to collect the payment. Besides those random things, I would never do ever, and never suggest doing like anything in the thousands of dollars, especially without getting paid 100% upfront, 100%. A lot of times I'm getting wires, the wire stuff. Sometimes you get checks, but usually it's wires or credit card payments and stuff. They arrange all that. Yeah, you're not going to get, you got to cover your stuff like right away. And if you're turning around things quick, doesn't even make sense to like get half down and half on completion, because the turnarounds are so fast. We're going to get the money half down now and then half in 4 days. Like, oh, that's good to know. I was actually hoping you're there because I think you said you ran too, but I know Lucy also ran, right? For like a Congress or something, right? Political signs fall under First Amendment. You don't really see those getting taken down. You really don't. You don't get to see them really getting taken down, unless it's by a competitor, right? The opponent taking each other's signs down and stuff, which I think is like a big illegal thing or whatever. Blue light filter monitors. Yeah, I probably have. I mean, I have newer iMac, so I'm sure it does, but I also use Flux. Like right now, I know it's fine. Like I've got a thing probably 15 feet away that I can read fine. I can read every single word fine. Like everything seems to be okay right now, but I don't know, this past like 3 or 4 days after this week and a half of like solid like monitor all the time. I remember a couple of years ago, well, probably like 10 years ago now, probably somewhere in the mid 2010s, I got a migraine for the first time, and I was like on the computer. I was making products. It was back when I would like release like a big product every month, and I was like on the computer all the time, and I wasn't accustomed to that. And I remember like I never had a migraine before, but I got one. Every time I looked at the screen, it would just like feel like my brain was being like a rod driven through it every time. That was terrible. I was trying to write and stuff while every time my eyes hit the screen, it hit my things. Is it bad on the back? He's got like a little. Do you want to put the other one on, or is there no?
I don't know if this was like one that was supposed to go in.
I think it was because it was a bad one. Okay, give it to him anyways. It'll be an extra. Yeah. Okay. Well, if you want to. Yeah. Multiple. It only says multiple are exempt from most sign laws. It's good to know. I didn't actually even know that. Didn't know that. Computer number, that was great. This is no credit ever. Yeah, that's you're gonna get in trouble. Let a politician go on credit. I will agree there. They're politicians that can't manage money. Yes. Get paid. Get that paid. I've ran for Senate twice. Part of the problem too is when you have like when you're doing a lot of graphic stuff, you have these tints and you can't like you're doing graphics work and stuff and you're seeing things through the wrong shade, which is not fun. Yeah, I only have like that one time. Fortunately, I don't really get headaches. So I don't need glasses. I just don't. Yeah, maybe I'll put it on. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll give it a try. I'll put them things on and get over myself. I have to check that out. Amazon it. What's on the next thing? Some winning tips. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and he knows about that. Totally fine. But thank you for the heads up. We're having a discussion on political marketing. YouTube just recommended. It's a YouTube thing. It's amazing. It's amazing. I see so many bad political campaigns. I'm sure some of you have dealt with this. You see it all the time, especially at the low level. So you're talking like, which are the most intense, the low level, like the super like small area, small city, and then village and town, and like really small area. Those are brutal. They are absolutely brutal campaigns. And if no one knows what they're doing sometimes, and they're trying to win on popularity and stuff. But I'm going to give you some tips. My tips. Feel free to add your own. Yard signs will not win a campaign. That's number one. My fellow peer student marketer Curtis, who does a lot of political campaigns, taught me that. That was one of the first pieces of advice, and I've learned that over the years. They will not win a campaign just because you see just because you have all your yard signs out and you see your yard signs everywhere. It can make you think that you are going to win, but it will not win the yard signs will not. They won't win a campaign. I'm not saying don't sell them, don't offer them, because you can make money on it and you can make your campaign guy or girl happy, your candidate happy. But it does not mean winning. You can have a billion signs out there and still lose. It has no bearing. It helps, especially if you're mixing it with other stuff, but yard signs alone will not win your campaign. Popularity goes hand in hand with this. Popularity does not mean people will vote for them. They think that just because people put a sign in your yard and because you're popular and you know a lot of people means that everyone's going to vote for you, and you will be unpleasantly surprised when you find out that they won't. Popularity will not. Does it help? Sure. Can it contribute? Yes, but it will not mean that you win. Just because you are popular and well-liked and well-connected does not mean that you will win, because it doesn't mean that people will actually go and vote for you. And popular people often have a lot of friends that are just friends on the surface, and they may be voting for the other person. They may not even go to vote. It does not mean that they were, just because you are my friend, that you will go out and vote. A firm and clear stance is critical. You have to have something clear. I'm going to give an example. I'm going to show for a second because I have a friend that's running, and I tried to, but this is her handout card. It's nothing but text. Like, it's nothing. And she's like, Jake, what'd you think about me? Would you vote for me? And I had to tell her, I'm like, it's so much text. This is so much text. All it is text. It's like reading a biography, and it's just text. I can't tell even reading it. I can't tell what am I voting for? Yes, you are my friend, and I will probably vote for you. I will vote for her because I like her. I think she's the best candidate. It's a school board. But in the eyes of a stranger, like I can't even tell what I'm voting. What am I'm reading your biography? Am I even going to read this? There's nothing there. There's nothing bullet pointed. I don't know what you stand for. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish, what you have accomplished. All this is just a wall of text, a firm and clear stance. I think candidates often get scared. They don't want to be too much on one side or the other. They don't want to piss off the other, but you kind of have to. In politics, you have to make a strong stance. I'm going to do this. I'm going to fight for this. I will do this. I will strive for this. Very clear bullet points of what they are after or what they are against. Very clear, super clear, firm stances. If you don't really have a stance on something, you're going to have a really hard time winning, especially up against someone who has a clear stance. You must convince strangers to go out and vote. They miss the mark on this all the time. You have to convince complete strangers, because you have your friends and your family who you can probably convince to vote. You can spend all your time getting them you can shuttle them to the thing and make sure that they stay on top, but you have to actually convince strangers, people that don't know you. I'm using this as an example too. I know you, vote for you, but if I don't know you, this is not enough to convince someone who has no clue who you are to say, wow, that person should be in there. I got to help get them in. I've got to put my vote in so they get in. You have to convince strangers, complete strangers. It's like real estate. You can sell your friends and your family homes, but after that, what are you going to do? You have to be able to sell strangers, people you don't know, who they don't know you, and convince them that you are the right person for the job. We help people in messaging, making political issues sounds amazing or deadly scary. Messaging is great, and I didn't put that in the first thing because it's not my thing, and it's just me. It's just it's not my avenue, but just like web design. But messaging is like text messaging is fantastic for political like that, especially if you can get someone that's on the list or you can get them on the amazing, and combined with all these other methods, critical part. And someone like you, I'm just guessing off this service, a lot of political candidates will have no clue how to put any of this into place. They need people who can provide it. Yard signs. Wait, I didn't see it. Paid Tuesday for yard signs today. That is true. I run a sub agency for political. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, 3 campaign points. That is a good idea. You should probably reduce that down. I mean, I would have said 4 or 5, but there should probably be 3, 2 or 3 like main huge points that someone knows this is what you are about. Yes, you will be polarized and some people will not like you, but that is important to win. You've got to really take a firm stance. Branding and name recognition only does not mean they're all going to vote. All those people are not going to vote for you. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. But I don't need like wear the glass. I don't not see. And I've also passed my driver's license test with them. I took them off and passed it. So I don't know. Like, I'm not missing anything by not wearing my glasses. I don't strain to read anything. I can read really fine. I mean, things get hazy at a long distance. It's slightly hard to read the thing on the TV, the guide and stuff. And if I put my glasses on, I can read it all perfectly sharp. I don't know. Will that help my eye strain? I don't know. Only bullet points, except on websites. Yeah, website because you could get someone from the initial contact over to a website or somewhere where they can learn more, where it makes sense to have more text. These days, 40 will be PO'd by any given position. It's true. And what's the president is 50% hated by America, no matter what president it is. Half of America is going to hate them. I mean, there's swings in what? A 1 or 2% difference. You are going to have half of the people not like you, or a large chunk of people completely not like you. If you try to be in this middle of the road, you're not going to capture anyone. Either way, the rest, I don't know what rest there is, swing and don't care. The rest are swing and don't care. Yes. That's what, do I have this on here? Yeah. We come to this in a second. 3 is the metric for campaigns. It's good to know. Identify the strengths and weaknesses. This is really important. You've got to know what the strengths of your opponents have. What's kind of strengths they have. Are they super experienced? Have they been in this position a long time? What are their strengths going to be, and what are their weaknesses? You don't really want to compete with their strengths because they have an advantage over that. You want to compete with your strengths. You want to pronounce your strengths against that directly go against their weaknesses. Like that's where you really have this power thing. You know what they're weak on and you know what you're strong on, and you can target their weaknesses. Don't even bother with their strengths. Okay. You ignore whatever their strengths are. They're going to have strengths. You're going to have strengths. They're going to have weaknesses. You're going to have weaknesses. So you need to pronounce your strengths and target their weaknesses. If you're not doing that, you're not going to edge someone over. You really want a voter. You want a potential voter to really like on their own feel like they have to get out and vote. Like they put it on the calendar. Like we have to do this. We have to do this. If we don't do this, something bad is going to happen. This is going to be bad. If I don't go out there and vote, this is going to be bad. It's not, it's my buddy. It's why I probably should go out and vote. It's not that. It's we have to get him in or her in. We have to get her in or else. Market heavily to the undecided crowd. That is where the wing in, like Dorn was mentioning. And I think Dan, the swing. There are these people. There's people who are going to vote for your opponent no matter what. There's people, whether you're in, I'm saying opponent, but it could also be a party, you know, maybe you're Republican, there's people, they're never going to vote Republican. They're never, ever going to vote Republican. Doesn't matter who it is, they're never going to do it. And there's people that will never, ever vote Democrat. They will never, ever do it. You cannot waste time and energy convincing those people to try to, it's a waste of your time, your candidate's time, the money. You have to market a campaign to this crowd that is undecided, this in the middle crowd. That's where the votes are won. That is where they're won. It's these people that are flippity floppity or on the edge or not totally sure. They're in the middle of the road, and you have to swing them in some direction. And if you can swing them to your direction, that's what will decide the win. This happens at any level. This could be the tiniest village voting where there's 300 people voting or something. You have to catch the people who are just undecided. It is not a popularity contest. It's not just your friends and family and getting them to vote. Oh, I'm popular, I'm going to win. It's capturing these people who don't know you and convincing them that you're the right person. More than half hate. Yeah, I think it has been starting to go over half. Good call. I love this stuff. I appreciate that. I was hoping you'd show up. I actually just thought of it like 20 minutes before. I'm like, oh crap, what is going to be the topic? I literally put this whole thing together in like 20 minutes. I had no clue what the topic was going to be. No clue. Florida has free campaign classes every year. It's for people who want to run. Very neat. Oh, wow. Or help get a candidate. That is awesome. I wonder if other states have that. I wonder if anyone has other states. That's very cool. Probably a great way to connect with, especially as a vendor. So if you're offering services like direct mail, postcard design, messaging, website design, it's probably a great place where you can connect with these campaign managers or political campaigns. Yeah. And then if you're heavily involved in one particular party or anything, work with that party, work with your party. I'm sure you can probably even reaching out to people is easy. You can reach out to their offices, just reach out to them, literally just reach out to your candidates early on. The earlier, the better, but reach out to them, ask them, say, I have a small print shop, whatever, marketing. Is there anything I can be? The responses are very, very good for political. Super, super good. You hate me. You could run a smear campaign. You can do one of those. I haven't gotten to do one of those yet. All my candidates have been pretty stand-up people. I haven't had a real sleaze bag. I had one sleaze bag. I spent a lot of money, but I haven't really had and he was just narcissist, just a super ultra narcissist, but I haven't had a true smear, like a super smear campaign yet. I do door knock is the hardest thing to convince a candidate of not wasting time on the diet. Right. They're not going to listen to you. It's waste of time, waste of your energy, your time, your resources. Don't even bother. You're not going to convince them over. Half Hour Hate Me worked for Obama with the bitter clingers, not so well with the plurals. It's going to be, they have to tell you to spend all money raised, so might as well. Yes. Exactly. That's why I don't feel bad. I don't even feel bad. I'll do political campaigns for hardcore conservative people. I'll do for a super liberal. I do not care. And they know that. I don't care. I will take that money. I will take that money. You give me that money. It's green. I'm part of the Green Party. This is good because I always struggle with this, where you find these. I think I shared with it a while ago. I've hit even congressmen. I've sold Congress people, right? Message it, just Facebook message them, just message them. You'll be surprised at what. There's another way I want to bring up on the next one. Wait, I hit the wrong button. Where's the next button? Here. Good campaigns. We'll get to it. Saturate an area. So good campaigns will help saturate. This is good too for just convincing your candidates, to work with you and make you sound like you know what you're doing. Saturating an area and use these visual. When I talk with some of these business owners or political guys, very visual. Imagine the whole neighborhood, the yard sign. We can hit them with a mailer. They're going to get the mailer. They're going to see the signs. They're going to see you canvassing. You're going to see you all over the place. And they love that. The mental visual is amazing. So do it. Saturate an area. You got yard signs, mailers, road sign, bigger yard signs that can be placed up on the road, on stands and stuff, banners. You got the door knockers, the campaigns. You got people seeing you 100 billion times. And sometimes it's all you got. People just want to be seen. The candidates just want to be seen. You just take that money. Green Party. Instantly clear. We talk about that. Good campaigns, instantly clear about why they need to win. why they need to win. I need to win because I need to stop this. I need to stop this piece of legislation. I'm going to fight for you in this. I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to allow this. Clear, very clear bullet points. You start to see these walls of text. No one is going to, it's a death sentence. Big wall of text, death sentence. Aren't a full blank biography. They want to put these candidates love putting their biography. I went to this school, I went to that, and I did this, and I played high school sports here, and I was the star football player. I've seen that on campaigns. I played the Polkai or whatever, freaking Married with Children thing. You know, I got that, like it's like they're so narcissistic. But take that money. Take that money. They have to spend it. They allow X amount of money. They got X amount raised. It's got to be spent. They can't. You're running for this thing one time. Everything's on the line. You have to spend it. The money has to get spent. The closer to voting, I don't know how to bring this up here. The closer to voting, where's my other? Oh, this one right here. The closer to voting, as this deadline approaches, they're going to get reckless. They're going to get crazy with the spending. They have only so much money left. They have to spend it. And it's this mindset too, that everything is coming down to the wire. They can't hold back. I can't hold back. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have to do this. We got to do this. The opponent's doing this. We got to do this. We got to do, it's this no holds barred, like everything is on the table. Let me go and destroy my bank account and just do it all at the end. Cause it's like they're too far in and they got to spend every last penny and more. And often it's only curbed by not being able to spend it somewhere. Like, what else do we do? Like, or they need like, you know, I want 500 more yard signs and you just can't deliver it in time. So a lot of deals get lost. That's with a lot of mailers. I couldn't tell you hundreds of thousands of dollars in mailers, hundreds of thousands of dollars I've lost, hundreds over the years, over just 3-4 years. And just not being able to get these campaigns completed in time, just not possible because they waited till this last second. They still want to do more. And they're only curbed. Their spending is only curbed by not being able to actually spend it on something. So the faster you are, which fortunately, if you're getting anything to me, I'm very, very fast. Like even yard signs, like something, if you need something tomorrow, if you need yard signs tomorrow, if you need handouts tomorrow, in many cases, I can do that. Depends on the quantity, whatever. But if you're talking 2 or 3 days, could deliver almost anything. Sometimes they're just literally curbed by not being able to spend it on something. What else are they going to spend it on? You need to be fast everything. It's going to be communication. If you're not the type that responds quickly, you're going to have a political candidate and you're working close with them, you better be responsive. And if you're not answering calls, if you're not returning texts, because as this voting comes up, as this deadline comes up and it's going to get so chaotic, you're going to be communicating constantly. And if you can't just function at that speed, you're going to miss out on a lot of money. They are. Most people are. Most of them are. Many of them in the small, even the small, like to mid, like bigger local, smaller local, they're just regular people. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know. They don't know. That's why they need not just someone to provide for them, but to help steer them in the right direction, put something together and help them bring some perspective onto, okay, this makes sense. Let's be very clear. Let's make some bullet points because you don't want someone just throwing your thing out. You want them to see, oh, I should vote for this person. Strangers. You want to convince strangers to actually feel that they need to get out there and vote. Proof Trump got elected. Oh my God. My first book was a Donald Trump book. I got it from, I obtained it from a bookstore when I still have it. This is in 1995 or 6 or something. Yeah. Near the budget is easy to spend on digital assets. Maybe, yeah. I don't see that part of it. You know, I really don't see that part. I only see I should probably run ads or something. I don't know. I don't see that part of it. I only just do the print stuff. Well, now I don't really sell 9x12 campaigns to a political person, but candidate, but I did do this, which might help. Typical campaigns, mailings can be in upper hundreds for a very small, like you'll get, sometimes there'll be like a couple hundred, couple routes, and they'll just repeat them. but up into the tens of thousands in profit. So you can very easily make, you know, $5,000-$10,000 in profit, even just for like a run of the mill decent political campaign, because they're going to be spending somewhere in this like $10,000 to $30,000 range on mailers over the course of the campaign. This is just for a kind of a smaller, bigger campaign, like a bigger, smaller campaign, if that makes sense. And then they go up from there, you know, $50,000, $100,000 all the time. This is all the time. This is run of the mill for direct mailers. Lawn signs can be in the many thousands in profit. Printed stuff, hundreds, you know, maybe you might make $1,000 in profit. I'm talking about profit because there's only so many door hangers. I mean, you sell them $2,500 worth of door hangers and you make $1,000 profit, something like that. For these bigger, smaller campaigns. It's good money. But it doesn't just stop there. So I don't sell 9x12s. I could have never sold a 9x12 to a candidate, like a co-op thing. And I don't think businesses would appreciate having a big political candidate they may not support on the other side. But the biggest thing is that the growth is exponential. So you start very small, but it grows very rapidly. I experienced that myself. They're referrals. Politicians are well connected. They're politicians. They know other politicians. They are connected. They will spread referrals like wildfire. Even if they lose, like over time, they can know, okay, this person provided really fast. This was the guy or the girl to go to when you need stuff really quick or just easy to deal with, you know, where they don't have any hiccups. Their terms will expire and they have to campaign again. So if you work with them one time, you will have a good shot of working with them again as they run for future campaigns. And their success, I love this part, may get attributed to you. Like you may be so involved in this and provided such insight that they may attribute this to you. You know, you really helped me win this campaign. I couldn't have done it without you. And sometimes if you're on like the campaign trail or they shout you out, you know, if they've got a good following on Facebook, they may shout you up. Just got 100-yard signs from so-and-so, amazing job. They love to do that. So when they're on the campaign trail and stuff, their campaign, they love to shout out the people that are working for them, because they also want to get the reach that you have. So they're shouting you out in order to hopefully get the reach you have, and you're getting, clout or whatever from their audience as well. So it does work for everyone. You will ride that wave regardless. So whether they lose or win, you will still ride that wave. When they win, you will ride that wave. So even if they don't explicitly say, hey, you're the reason that I won, you will be on part of that winning. You will be able to put that winning campaign under your belt. You'll be able to say, I helped this person and we want to help this person and we won this person. Over time, you're going to have this track record of like, hey, I just worked with 8 candidates over the last year and they all won, or like 70% of them won, or 90% of them won. And you ride that wave. You ride the wave. Okay, good to see you. I'm going to be closing it down. I don't even know I think I have one more slide, but great talking with you. Thank you so much for joining. And this is the last one. I think this is the last slide. Yeah, last one. So almost done here. The growth is exponential. Many of them are connected to business owners. Many of these candidates are also business owners themselves, or just very connected people. They know all the right people. They know they know donors that are business owners. They know just community pillars. They know all these people who are business owners that you will be able to use their name. You will be able to name drop the candidate you work for. They will connect you. If you ask. It will happen organically too, but ask, hey, do you know any business owners you might be able to send yeah, I know this, let me get you patched up with Cindy over here. And, my buddy here owns the local, trucking fleet. They'll throw, I know the guy owns the mill over here and he owns these will be big corporations sometimes. Like, yeah, my buddy owns this, some massive spending thing, and all of a sudden you have a $20,000 a year or something profit client because they knew their buddy was there. So these kind of relationships come as a result just from political. You're dealing with well-connected people. Then if you want to get into consulting and campaign management, things like that, that's opportunity, especially if you have a good track record. If you've worked with X amount of candidates and they've all got successes, or the most of them, you're going to have a really good foundation if you want to pursue that route. And you can hook up with the campaign managers for profit. So some of you are campaign managers, or like Dorn, or you will be interacting with them, or they may hook you. The candidate may say, here's my campaign manager. Now you're working with them, and now you're a vendor in the rotation. Okay, we need yard signs, we need mailers, we need handouts. How much? And now you're patched into that campaign manager, who also might be working for all sorts of other, the campaign manager will be working for all sorts of people. And this can be a lifelong relationships where you are just handed spoon-fed business that could be a result of just one relationship. TKE. I don't know what that is. You're scaring me now, and I'm going to lose my eye. Appreciate it, though. I probably should, right? Go see the eye doctor. Well, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you showing up. I hope you had a great time, and I did. I've been talking for a long time, so my voice is starting to go. I will see you next week, though. Thank you. I really appreciate everything. I hope you make some money on these political campaigns.